Welcome everyone.
Not.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Welcome everyone, this is my quick Sunday. Man, I'm the best cameraman in the U.
Vamos!
Shut the fuck up.
And start the video already.
Welcome everyone, this is my quick Sunday and I've got a question for you. Have you seen maybe Friends, How I Met Your Mother or Modern Family? These series are very different but they have one in common. The fact that they are sitcoms. And in this video, we will see the connections between different sitcoms. And these types of series are very opinionated. Some people love it and some people hate it. I happen to be in the former category and I thought we could talk a little bit about why are we obsessed with sitcoms, how can we identify and relate to different characters, and also how can they get through us in tough times, because yes, they can.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it.
If you didn't know, sitcoms are situation comedies which are a play in a 3-act with a story that has a start, a middle, and an ending. More casually saying, it's about regular characters facing with everyday struggles. This can be in romantic life, in friendship terms, or also family lives, whatever. There are various types of sitcoms. There are family sitcoms, friendship sitcoms, romantic sitcoms, work sitcoms, etc. We have a lot of them. And they actually enjoyed a huge increase in the past decades. For example, Friends had an average view rate of 23 million people back in the beginning of the 2000s, which was before the huge era of streaming. So now let's get into the reasons behind the huge popularity. The first thing is that sitcoms are honest and real, or at least they try to be. Often films and series are runaways from everyday life. And watching a sitcom can be a good sweet spot because you are both in reality but not in reality actually. And that's actually really enjoyable. Also, lots of people watch sitcoms because they just present an everyday life experience. We enjoy these types of series as they are entertaining but also have the power to actually deepen the thoughts of friendship, relationship, work ethic, and living life to the fullest in us. And a little bit more later on that one. Moreover, people tend to desire things that they are missing from life, such as a good relationship, friends, close friends, etc. And sitcoms include that. And honestly, until we don't have it, it can give a great vibe to just watch it. Or at least it can help some people. On the same note, sitcoms make an influence on us throughout the relation between the characters and the viewer thanks to identification. And honestly, identification became a very important thing in the 21st century. And this is no different with series and films. We make connections and attachments towards those characters whom we are the most alike, or we are happen to be in similar situation, and as well with those ones who are we want to be like. On the scientific side of the things, according to Patrick Venice, identifying with characters depends on 5 different factors: motivators and values, personality and temperament, empathy and emotional connections, parallel connections, and elevating pain and escapism. When we identify with characters and relate to them, we experience a parasocial connection. Okay, don't be that confused. I will just explain that. Parasocial connections are phenomenal when you feel you actually know that person, you feel their emotions, and you are actually part of their life. But in reality, you are not, obviously, as they don't even exist in this situation. Sitcoms have so lovable characters and we feel a lot of empathy towards them. And it is important because they make us learn from our and their mistakes, helps us reconsider values and make us think about our own personality. Sitcoms have casual characters with casual storyline and with casual struggles. And these are usually experiences that all of us are involved in. And this is what makes them so relatable and believable. This is how they can create a huge impact on us. And honestly, characters are one of the greatest strengths of sitcoms. Apart from relaxation and attachment, we have to talk about psychological theory, which has been studied recently. This is positive psychology, which deals with human behavior, thoughts, and feelings with a high focus on strengths instead of weaknesses. All this includes positive experiences, traits, states, and institutions. Positive psychology puts a huge emphasis on actually desirable happiness, social health, and growth. What is important for us is that it is being used in sitcoms for creating an atmosphere of happiness and a great experience. Sitcoms want to make a cherished environment for us, but also they want to give a depthful story. So actually, while we are making these attachments and relations with the characters, and then the events, feelings, thoughts, we embrace in the series, and we embrace the happiness and the positivity of the series in ourselves, because the series itself actually using a positive environment. And it's really important that all this brings sitcoms closer to us. Above from positivity, it can comfort us, which makes it even more happier, I would say. Because when you're feeling alone with one of your struggles, you can easily find a character in a sitcom dealing with a similar struggle. And knowing you are not alone out there with your feelings is great. And then also throughout sitcoms, even our perception can change. Of course, not that significantly, but it can. And thanks to its casual atmosphere, we sometimes even provided with some do's and nots in certain struggles, which is, in fact, actually practical. We shouldn't forget about the enjoyability of sitcoms and the fact that they are written in an easygoing way, which does not demand much concentration and, let's be honest, thinking. Furthermore, sitcoms, as the name suggests, have a lot of jokes and comedy in it, which can be freaking appreciated after a hard day. But on a more serious note, joking about something and making some funny moments can be a good way to present some serious topics to literally anyone. Sometimes we are just bored of thoughts presented in sitcoms or series about maybe our life, but when they are showed in a funny way, we actually start to proceed it even without realizing it, as we are enjoying that funny moment. This is, we could say, a sort of common human coping mechanism. When we joke about something, we start to get used to the thought of it. And that can be sometimes helpful for some people. And sitcoms embedded this without us realizing how and where they are presented, and also how helpful they can be for some of us.
I'm not great at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
All this leading us into the question if sitcoms are a bill to get us through the hard times of life or not. I believe they can for some people. They provide a huge variety of ways to deal with our problems, and that's actually really cool. Because of its real and happy environment, they both provide a switch to another world and staying in our world. Also, it can be a great way to sort of escape from our problems when we need to take some time for ourselves. Also, I believe it is great to see the characters facing with similar problems on screen that we do in real life, because that makes us feel that we're not alone with our feelings. It also validates our feelings and in a sense helps to express them. And sitcoms have some teaching moments, which we start to quote and actually learn it.
You can't design your life like a building. It doesn't work that way. You just have to live it and it'll design itself.
So what, I should just do nothing?
No, listen to what the world is telling you to do and take the leap.
Sitcoms are entertaining, sarcastic, funny, and they provide a sort of coping mechanism. Personally saying, sitcoms help me to get us through that tough shit. And I can highly recommend just checking one sitcom out for a try. And I also recommend subscribing to our channel, because this is the ending of the video. And if you liked it, then a share would be just miraculous. Also, a like is always appreciated. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and as usual, see ya guys.
Dairy.